Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, there lived three princesses who lived in a kingdom called Gracian. These three princesses were very beautiful, but one of them, Psyche, was known to be the most beautiful out of the three of them. Psyche's beauty seemed to rival that even of the goddess of love, Aphrodite. Aphrodite, seeing this, went into a jealous fit. She made sure that no man in her entire kingdom would fall in love with Psyche. Eventually, Psyche's sisters got married, and Psyche was left alone and depressed.
Her parents, desperate, went to an oracle who told them that on top of a mountain Psyche would find a creature who would marry her.
"O mighty oracle, tell us what is the fate of our daughter. Whose hands does our daughter lie in?"
There is no mortal willing to marry her, but there is a creature who lies on top of the great cliff.
Eventually her father took her to that cliff and left her there. Left alone with no hope, Psyche was about to kill herself, when Eros, also known as Cupid, son of Aphrodite, showed up.
No, father, don't leave me here. Please. I have no choice but to kill myself.
Why those tears in thy eyes? Come along, I'll take you to my palace. He took Psyche to his palace, where she lives happily and in love with the creature. But the problem was that the creature was invisible. Psyche, though, felt the love and did not care about this. But she started to feel a little lonely, so she asked the creature if she could invite company.
May I invite my sisters?
Of course, my dear, whatever pleases you.
Psyche invites both her sisters, who, seeing Psyche happy and with a lot of wealth, become jealous. They started to feel envy towards her, and thus started to remind Psyche of the fact that she could not see Eros. For all she knew, he could be a monster that was fattening her up to eat her. They suggested that she hide a lantern and a knife near her bed, so that the next time he visited her, she could see if he was indeed a monster and cut off his head if it was so. Her sisters convinced her this was best, so the next time her husband came to visit, she had a lamp and a knife ready. When she raised the lamp, she saw that her husband was not a monster, but Eros. Surprised, he ran to the window and flew off. She jumped after him, but fell to the ground and lay there unconscious. Lying there unconscious, she encounters Aphrodite. "Oh, Aphrodite, help me find my way back to my beloved."
Your love will be the death of you.
I don't care. I'll do whatever it takes.
Very well, then. Here is a series of tasks to do which will lead you to my son.
Aphrodite believed Psyche was incapable of doing these tasks. Her first task was to separate grains into piles, for which she secretly had help from Eros. Eros ordered ants to separate the grains for her. Her second task was to get a snippet of golden fleece from each one of the special herd of sheep that lived across a nearby river. Her third task was to receive a cup of water from the river of Styx that flowed from the top of an immensely high mountain. In obtaining the water, an eagle helped her.
The final task was to go to the underworld and meet Persephone and obtain her magic makeup box. She was ordered not to look inside the makeup box, but as well as we all know, curiosity killed the cat. She looks inside the box to find darkness, which engulfed her in a deep sleep. Eros, no longer able to remain hidden, awakens Psyche and tells her to take the box to Aphrodite. While she is on her way to Aphrodite, Eros goes to Zeus and asks him to intervene with the madness. Hearing Eros' love story, he agrees to make Psyche immortal and creates an eternal marriage between them.
And they live happily ever after with a daughter named Pleasure.
What is the meaning behind your adventures, Psyche?
There are many morals that can be seen within my life, including the classic, curiosity killed the cat. Also, that you don't have to believe it. Also, that you don't have to see it to believe it. In my life, I was unable to see Eros, but fell in love with him regardless. Eros, how does your love story make reference to ancient Greek?
Greeks are known to be full of love, and this story gives an example of that. As well shows them that they shouldn't give up on love. This is what makes them so determined.